In 2023, mass shootings in America remain a major issue. Over the past 5 years, the number of mass shootings has risen significantly, creating much distress and trauma for those affected. Incidents have become more frequent and often take place at places of worship, concerts, or other large public events. The communities affected by these tragedies experience an emotional toll, as well as a financial one. With a deadlier variety of firearms on the market, mass shootings have gained speed and intensity, leading to a rise in deaths. Even more concerning is the fact that they have grown more commonplace. The number of mass shootings in America affects the nation's overall mental health, as citizens fear for their safety in public places and worry about the potential consequences of seemingly innocent activities. There are several efforts that are being made to address the issue. States have passed gun control laws to prevent access to semi-automatic weapons, which are often used in mass shooting atrocities. The federal government has launched initiatives to raise public awareness about the dangers of guns, while mental health professionals are advocating for greater support for those impacted. Organizations such as the National Gun Violence Task Force are pushing for changes. This includes expanding background checks and closing the gun show loophole. Social media platforms, such as Twitter, have adopted policies that limit gun imagery. This means that even gun enthusiasts can no longer post photos or videos of firearms on these sites. Private gun owners are increasingly being held accountable for their actions, with laws mandating trigger locks and other safety measures being implemented. Many organizations are now pushing for access to mental health care for those at risk of violence and those who have experienced trauma in the wake of a mass shooting. The recent spike in mass shootings has spurred a nationwide conversation amongst the public about the importance of gun control. Congressional representatives are pushing bills that would lead to additional restrictions on gun ownership, aiming to drastically reduce access to firearms. Non-profit organizations have emerged to help heal communities affected by gun violence and to advocate for more sensible gun laws. Some of the key issues being discussed include restricting access to high-powered rifles, implementing magazine restrictions, and providing more resources to mental health. Impacts of gun violence can be felt in all communities, even rural or low-population areas. The dynamics of mass shooting events vary from setting to setting. In response to the growing prevalence of mass shootings, there have been calls for gun owners to be more responsible with their firearms. Expansion of gun violence protection orders into all states makes it easier to intervene when someone is displaying signs of potential violence. Businesses and educational institutions are beginning to require mandatory gun safety courses. These courses teach basic gun safety education to those who possess firearms, as well as encourage the safe usage of firearms. Since 2023, states and cities are trying to come up with more comprehensive gun control laws. This includes formulating gun safety measures for businesses, enforcing stricter background checks, and even organizing gun buyback programs. Many jurisdictions are also attempting to pass laws that would limit the number of firearms an individual can legally own at once. Despite all the efforts, mass shootings continue to occur. It's becoming increasingly clear that society must invest more effort into prevention and education about responsible gun ownership. Mental health services must also be provided to those who need them. It is hoped that the increasing availability of these resources will create fewer opportunities for such violent acts to occur. To effectively address this epidemic, there must be more conversations and education about the dangers of guns and how to handle them safely. Parents, teachers, and healthcare providers must all be informed on the potential risks that arise with gun ownership. Gun owners should also proactively take the appropriate safety precautions to prevent senseless violence.